Thank you for tuning in with Enchantress. That is me. The Babbler. That is me on this revolutionary high of an uprise at this time. So this is going to be a quick little entry, guys. Hello. That's how tired I am. But I got a new deck, and it is I want to give the name, the Daemon Tarot. Now, before you go off and just like, ew, how can she get such a tarot? There's a big misconception in the whole aspect of spirituality and people that are spiritual and stuff like that, and casting stones or sides. I'm all for the unification of this ride, of this rise, the alchemy that exists, that happens within each of us, inside, light and dark mix. There's so much knowledge out there, and every part of it has been created, and they're kind of like gems to collect and gather, because each of these gems will birth something, a new evolution within us. So we shouldn't be so close-minded or judgmental, period, on the avenues. What you do with what you learn and your knowledge, and if you're out there like casting spells and cursing people into hell, that's the life you foretell for yourself. But hey, you know what I mean? But either way, knowledge is power in all aspects of this evolutionary thing that we are experiencing. So what does the Daemon Tarot hold in store for you? So to make it a long story short, okay, so these are an 1863 6th edition of the maker of these cards, demonologist Jacques Auguste Simon Colin de Plancy. He commissioned over 500 unique engravings, including 69 signed illustrations by Louis Breton, mostly compelling portraits of named demons, okay? So they put this all together, a companion book that was illustrated for entries, Infernal Dictionary, something like that. So, so these cards are pretty cool because they have the demons, right, that have been labeled known over time, and each card represents, obviously, I if you wanted to look at it from shadow and light aspects, a shadow and light aspect is like the shadow side. So what's really cool is that the creator of these cards broke down each of the entries into 3 sections: the annotation, inspiration, and divination, right? So the annotation sections are the research that have been done on each subject. So there'll be a brief description about the demon, the attributes compiled not only from the dictionary but also from a variety of other sources. Okay, all of which can be found at the end of the book. So if you wanted more, in terms of information on this from this tarot deck and stuff. Then you have the inspiration sections, which are the creator's interpretations and insights into the subject of each card. Okay, so the purpose of it was the creator hoped that the images and the annotations will inspire you to form your own interpretations too. Okay, so then after that, then you have the divination sections, which are the next best thing to dragging a demon into your living room to answer all of your questions. Okay, the cards are not a traditional tarot deck. There's not a lot of correlation with the major arcana, and there are no suits, okay? The divination can be done with cards, dominoes, runes, dice, nursery rhymes, or flower petals, and it can be done with this deck too. So, it has a level of cardamancy to it. So either way, so we're going to shuffle, right? And I'm going to draw one card, one message, and we're going to take with this and see how you like the vibe, the feel of, what does the Demon Tarot hold in store for you? Summoning the power of internal beings to guide you on your path. So here we go. What does the Demon Tarot hold in store for you? Who comes here? May this message resonate with you, mind, body, heart, and soul, further revolutionizing your evolution and creating such masterful alchemy to exist within you that the infusion is so DNA molecular, reconstructing your whole entire biological systems and stuff. So I'm so tired. But either way, what does the Demon Tarot hold in store for you? Too many. One too many. They're trying to pop up, but we're doing one card. One card. And if it doesn't resonate, take what resonates, let go what does not. And if it doesn't resonate, look at this as poetry for the soul. Ooh. I don't know what I'm flipped yet. One card. What does the Demon Tarot hold in store for you? Here we go. Had two. Marcosius, once of the Angelic Order of Dominions, is now a Marquis of Hell with 36 military units under his command. He may appear as a wolf with eagle wings and the tail of a snake. And the other one was Baal. Baal, compare Baal, is called the first king of hell by demonologists and has 66 military units under his command. He manifests wearing 3 heads, a cat, a frog, and a crowned man with a hoarse voice. I have a hoarse voice. So we'll read Baal first since it's in alphabetical order. I'm just going to go to the inspiration. I'm not going to go to the annotation. The annotation is kind of the history of it. If you are interested in learning this, you can figure it out and learn for yourself. But, but he is given the dubious honor of being the first and highest king in all of hell's infernal monarchy. All right, so the inspiration for this card. No matter which Baal became the later Baal, there is such power inherent in the title, Lord, Master, God, that Baal continued to be listed as the head of hell. In some cases, the name became synonymous with Satan himself, because who could be ranked higher? Although names aren't always quite so powerful in our daily lives, we do sometimes make assumptions about people, places, or things based on what they are called. Divination. Beware of status symbols, names, ranks, or possessions. Be sure that the person behind the title is worth esteem. Okay? Maybe sometimes giving power to outside external things, people, places, things that may appear to hold rank in maybe our society or maybe within your community too. Sometimes, even in our spiritual community, I see it all the time. I see a lot of people within our spiritual community that is not genuinely nice or kind. And it's just an observation. I'm not calling out names. I'm not going to be like, ooh, it's this person, this person, this person. Because that's besides the point. But I'm just saying, you know, so many people are being held in such high regard. We're all on the same path, regardless of our rank or status. And sometimes we get so caught up in other people's ranks or status that we, like, judge them too. Judge them for where they are because they got to that place. And because they got to that place, that must mean this, or that must mean that, or that must mean that, or this, you know? Just checking ourselves. Checking ourselves and why we say and why we feel what we feel and why we do what we do. And why we see others for the way that we see them. Because sometimes a lot of it is our conditioning. Our conditioning teaches us to treat others in that kind of respect or in that kind of light. And then we continue with that. In our life, it doesn't make it right. You know what I mean? Then we got Mark Gosius. I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay. So, it's one of the Marquises of Hell in command of 30 legions of demons. When summoned, Marcosius may appear in the form of a soldier, in which case he is skilled in the arts of hand-to-hand combat. His other form, in which he is more likely to answer questions truthfully, is that of a wolf with the wings of an eagle and the tail of a snake. Like the demon Balan, Marcosius was once of the heavenly order of dominions, a rank above the order of virtues in the celestial hierarchy. There are many fallen angels in Weier's pseudo-monarchia demonum, and most seem to have adapted to their underworld positions with grace. But Marcosius is alone in asserting that he will one day return to his previous position in heaven. Despite all evidence to the contrary, he will obey commands when summoned, but has taken no interest in cultivating any areas of expertise, even for the good of others. Instead, Marcosius is simply biding his time, waiting for a day that will likely never come. Divination. Beware of false hopes. Knowing something is impossible and striving for it anyway can take energy that could be used for attainable goals. Yeah, sometimes, you know, chasing that higher order that maybe possibly was placed from your birth space. Implants, you see. There are implants in many kind of things. And so it's like, you know, like that. It's like that. Those people that try to attain a certain level of spirituality and holiness or like or position. And they strive and strive and strive and miss a lot of things that could have grown from their own potential because they're so stuck on something that they believe that they have to strive for because it's the only way. It's their way. Sounds like there's some demons in the way, you know? When we get so choked up on certain things, or like this higher calling that we think we've fallen down from and bumped our head and are trying to redeem ourselves somehow as if there's something wrong. Anyways, that's what I hear today. Let me know what you think about this Demon Tarot cards. They're not so bad. Brooms. Brooms are an old and powerful symbol and a tool of witchcraft. They are traditional vehicles for magical travel, central elements of various rituals, and used for sweeping up dust. Yes. Declutter your stuff. Either way, thank you for tuning in, and we are out.